subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Cyclone Batsirai is getting very close to landfall in Madagascar. We're looking at a significant, potentially catastrophic landfall here to take place in Madagascar within the next 12 to 18 hours. Let's get to the latest bulletin information from Meteo France. It is a Category 4 still, with winds of 130 miles per hour, or that's 185 kilometers per hour in 10-minute winds. 935 millibars is the pressure, and it is moving west-southwest at 8 miles per hour, or 13 kilometers per hour. And we do have an upgrade to the CDPS, Stage 8 now in place. That location there is really along the coastline, but we're looking at impacts stretching far inland. In Madagascar, you can see all those thresholds, major to extreme. It's Stage 8 means that catastrophic damage is possible as this comes in again in the next 12 to 18 hours. Here is the current position and wind field. As you can see, that wind field is pretty large at this point. Tropical storm force winds are getting along the coastline of Madagascar, and this is just only the beginning of a potentially catastrophic cyclone. Here is the distances and the watches and warnings from Meteo Madagascar. The distances, it's 149 miles or 240 kilometers from Hananoro, 153 miles or 246 kilometers from Tsara. I apologize if I butcher any of these names. 247 miles or 398 kilometers from Antananarivo, 250 miles or 402 kilometers from Mbositra, and 293 miles or 472 kilometers from Temo. All of those within Madagascar, and you can see quite clearly we have widespread red, yellow, and green cyclone alerts in place. The intensity estimates, pretty good consensus on a major cyclone at this point. Meteo France at the highest 130 miles per hour. JTWC and RAM at 115 miles per hour. Here's the current forecast cone showing an intense tropical cyclone coming in to Madagascar within, again, the next 12 to 24 hours. And we're looking at maybe some strengthening potentially in the Mozambique Channel before it weakens as it tracks further south into cooler sea surface temperatures. Here's the potential for tropical storm force winds and the rainfall. The Stage 8 rating came from the forecast of potentially some areas getting 600 millimeters of rain and the storm size alongside a very strong landfall of potentially 120 miles per hour there. The current sea surface temperatures towards landfall and after Madagascar, we're looking very warm. It is definitely warm enough to sustain a major cyclone up to landfall, and it maybe could support some strengthening, but it looks like environmental conditions may be against it in the Mozambique Channel. Here's the H-warp showing a major cyclone all the way up to landfall, maybe getting towards that cyclone strength again in the Mozambique Channel, but at this point I wouldn't guarantee that. Rainfall looking to be very significant in Madagascar, as I talked about earlier with that Stage 8 rating. The models generally saying rapid weakening after landfall, and then maybe some strengthening getting towards cyclone strength, but most of them at this point not putting it to their wind shear will decrease a little bit maybe before landfall, but it will rise over Madagascar and after Madagascar as well, which that will be a hindrance alongside relative humidity and sea surface temperatures. Those will all be working against Batsirai as it tracks for the south. And you can see the models are in generally good consensus on it making that turn. Here is the current satellite imagery. It's looking pretty scary, just seeing that clear eye with those high cloud tops right next to that eye. It is a powerful storm, and again, potentially catastrophic landfall on the way. We will be live at the top of the hour at 8 a.m. Eastern Africa time. That is 5 a.m. UTC on this storm. We'll be live all the way up to landfall. We'll have graphics on our Twitter page. Stay tuned there, and stay tuned to Meteo France for the latest official information, and stay tuned to Meteo Madagascar for the latest alert information.